If anything I said resonated with you, if anything made you want to almost click off this video because you like, girl, I don't want to, this is Monday. I didn't come here for this. Then you need to pay attention to that. The health of your hair is not separate from the health of the woman living underneath the hair. Growing hair is important, but rebuilding trust with your body and all of the things are more important. If you're watching this video now and you are a little bit triggered, good. Sometimes the things that make you emotional is the thing that needs care, not judgment, not a panic purchase. Sometimes you don't need all of that. You just need care. A few weeks ago, I did a women's conference. I spoke at a women's conference to women about hair health. At the end, a lady, she probably was early 60s, mid 60s. I don't know. Age maybe doesn't matter. But she pulled me aside, got me out of the way of everybody else, and she grabbed my hand. That lady held my hand so tight. I could feel the emotion through her contact as she talked about how she had lost her hair in the top of her head. And because I think in the presentation, I talked about giving your hair a break, exposing your scalp to the sun, letting it get some sun and things like that. And as she held my hand, she said, I cannot leave my house without my wig. I will not. So she said, I appreciate everything you said and I'll do those things, but I can't just squeezing the life out of my hand. I cannot leave the house without my wig or without my hair covered up. And I said, you know what, ma'am? Let my hand go. And I understand. We still have to live in these bodies along with hair loss. So do what you have to do. But also, I always say this, two things can be true at the same time. You can be losing your hair in ways that's pissing you off. But also, you still have to go out in the world. But behind closed doors, we need to be focused on, okay, what can I do different? You don't need more random advice pulling you in 10 different directions. It's so much advice on the internet. It's hard to know who to believe and who not. I know that. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but pick a side. Pick someone who you can relate to and try to stay consistent with what they're showing you. If you're watching an influencer or somebody that's teaching hair health and they never talk about the internal health, you should stop listening to them immediately. Especially if you're a woman over 50, over 60. I want you to have discernment. If you don't get nothing else from me, I want you to have discernment. To know your hair well enough. That's what we teach in hair rehab. You learn your own hair. It's hundreds and thousands of y'all. I don't, everybody's hair story is going to be different. You just need to interpret yours. And that way, all of this internet advice, you don't get pulled in 10 different directions because you already know what your scalp condition is. You know what your porosity is. You know the products that work best for your porosity. You know all about hair regrowth and specifically hair regrowth at your age. And you understand maintenance and you have clarity on the mindset shift that needs to happen. So who gonna fool you? Not on my watch. If you following me, you will not get duped. I used to say all the time, if you subscribe to what I teach, you will not get duped. You shouldn't. If you do, then you ain't been listening. You ain't been following instruction. You just absorbing information and putting nothing in practice because everything I tell you is exactly how to learn your hair. So many women in the comments, and I get it all the time. Well, what about your hair? What's your hair? My job is to teach you about yours. I did my video with my hair story. You can go watch it. I've spoke about my story. I've spoke about my hair journey. I talked about all the different ways that I lost my hair. My job is to teach you that everything you've gone through in your life, everything that you dealt with, everything that you eat, everything that you absorb, all the stress, all the sicknesses, all the medications, those are affecting your hair. So when you see certain routines and certain people talking about certain things, you already know that don't apply to you because you're not confused. The only reason you get pulled in so many different directions is because you don't have understanding. And it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you because companies' jobs in marketing is to get you to buy. Their job is to get you to believe that their products will solve your problem. Their job is to make money. So remember that. Even some of these new YouTubers and these, small businesses that are making oils and all of the wonderful things, they're goal is to make money. My goal is to make money too. I ain't gonna act like I ain't trying to make money, girl. I got bills just like y'all. But the priority is not to make money. The priority is for you to know your hair so you don't get duped. Because everybody that shows up on camera with a pot full of oils and herbs simmering and infusing in it doesn't have your best interest in mind. Just because they know how to dump herbs in oil, you can do that. I can teach you how to do that yourself. You probably have herbs in your kitchen right now, in your seasoning spice rack. You probably have dried herbs, and you probably got some avocado oil or some coconut oil or something. You can make your own concoction. And that probably sounds crazy, me telling you that, because I make, again, hair products. I'm just saying, know the intention of the people that you're buying from. What is their intention? Just to get your money? Or do they care about your hair health? Do they care about you knowing about your hair health? Because one thing y'all can't say about Kendra is she's just trying to take your money. They used to say that to me on Facebook. I used to be heavy on Facebook before I was on YouTube. At that time, there were also a lot of women making and selling hair products. This is when it was really a thing, right? It was a newer thing. And many times women would say, oh, you just trying to make money. You just trying to get people money and scam and this and that. I was like, what? But then once I saw the culture of how our own women, black women, were just making up these oils and herbs and selling them and didn't have good customer service, wasn't teaching women how to use the products, wasn't following up with women when the products didn't do what they thought it was going to do, wasn't following clear instructions, wasn't shipping products out when they said it was going to ship out, overcharging them, duplicate charges. So of course, it only take one person to do it, then you think everybody is a scammer. So I got a lot of that. But it wasn't because of anything I was doing. It's just because so much information on the internet pulls you all over the place. And if you just enjoy buying oils and supporting small businesses, that's beautiful. Do that. But also, what is their intention? If you just buying something because you want to support somebody, then do that. But that don't mean you have to listen to everything they say. If you know they don't have your intentions, you should be slowing down and understanding what your hair is showing you. Caring for yourself from the inside out. If you're ready to do the deeper work, make sure you hit the like button. You don't even have to say anything in the comments. I know that many times women dealing with hair loss want to remain anonymous. It's okay. But if you want to go deeper, hit the like button. I give a lot of free information here on YouTube. A lot of people will charge you for a course or tell you to buy all their products. Look, I got all my products sitting here, and not one time did I say, go on my website and buy all my products. I'm still not going to say it. I'm just showing you I could be on here talking about my products all day, trying to get you to buy it. But what good is that doing you? The deeper work is what matters. Y'all show up, I'm going to get paid regardless. Just know that my products pay my bills. But over here, this is where I teach you to understand your hair and to go deeper and do the work. Find something in your refrigerator that would help you with your hair health. If you're going to the store tonight, get you some good water. Splurge on the good water, not that purified bull crap. No purified water. Get you some good spring water, some good alkaline water. Get you some healthy fats, some avocado, get you some protein, some good farm-raised eggs, range-free eggs or chicken. Don't get that cheap stuff. Splurge on that. Go for a little walk. Get you a few thousand steps in before you go to bed or after you eat dinner. Some of this stuff won't even cost you any money, and it still helps your body, which helps your hair. If you're interested in hair rehab, or if you're interested in going deeper in your hair journey, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you have questions, you can ask them in the comments. I usually come back to these videos and answer them in between doing all the other things that I'm doing and working on. Remember, as always, understanding your hair is not a luxury, it's your power. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.